Live on Purpose TV.
Cool.
It'll
Yep.
tag us there.
Awesome. All right. Well, we are live. So excited to have you on today. So Dr. Paul Jenkins is one of my longtime friends and past clients, and I just have absolutely loved watching your success and watching you grow your business. So
Live on Purpose.
So we are really excited to have you here today. I know a lot of people, coaches, consultants, counselors, therapists are like out there constantly trying to figure out, how do I get in front of more people? How do I get in front of more people? And you don't have that issue. You're in front of people all the time because this amazing YouTube business and YouTube brand. So I'm excited to kind of dig in and hear a little bit about how you made the decision to get on YouTube, what you love about YouTube, and any tips that you have for other consultants, coaches, experts, who are wanting to get more clients there. So let's jump right in.
Well,
welcome.
Wonderful. How much of that story do you want to hear today, Amy?
I know. I want to hear every single thing in 5 minutes, right?
Yes,
That's
what I'll talk really fast. Yeah. Amy, you've known me long enough to know that I'm very mission driven.
Yeah.
And really what triggered this for me, I teach in my practice as a clinical psychologist with about 30 years of experience now. I teach people principles about how to operate the equipment of their own mind. And this changes everything about their relationships, about their business, about their mental health. And I know that it enhances and even saves lives from time to time. And I had a chance to listen to Dr. Sanjay Gupta speak live in Salt Lake City. This was back in, October of 2017. So we're talking 3 years ago from when we're doing this video. And during the Q&A, somebody asked, what's the most disturbing thing that you've encountered? Now, Dr. Gupta goes into war zones, hurricanes, earthquakes, reports back on health issues for CNN. And he said, it's the unnecessary death. And then he followed that up. He said, we get it. People are going to die in a hurricane.
Right.
But what's tragic is all these people dying after the fact because they don't have access to water, food, medical supplies.
Yeah.
And even more tragic, those things exist in containers on ships in the port on the island.
Right.
But there's no distribution process to get it out to them. And it was the next week after I heard Dr. Gupta speak that I signed a contract with Nate Woodbury, my producer on my channel, to go daily on YouTube. And that's where it started, because I know these principles are going to save lives, and they have. We needed a distribution process to get it out to them.
I love that. I've never really thought of it in that way. I've thought about it according to visibility and getting more eyeballs, but really that's what it is you're distributing your information to the people who need it in the easiest possible channel. Think about how hard we work to try to get our information into the right hands when you're how many subscribers do you have on your channel now?
We will hit 200,000 by the end of the year.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. So I remember when we were talking about your business strategy and you were like, I used to always want speaking gigs, but honestly, I have this many thousands of people watching me every single day. And I was like, that's really powerful. So, you're using this as a platform, and you help people a lot with their parenting and with their relationships and with their mindset and, being able to really adjust and align their life in the way that they want it to be. So you've got this powerful distribution channel. How has that translated? Because I know this has been a learning curve. How has that translated from people watching you online to actually getting new clients from it?
It has created huge problems for me. They're all great problems to have, but think about it as a stream full of fish.
Yep.
You want to have a net to catch some fish, right?
Yeah.
And so creating the audience, and you also know, Amy, that I do things backwards sometimes. I go out there and I build this huge audience and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah, I do remember that conversation.
Which is, this is interesting because I think one of the things that has allowed me to build the audience that I've built is that I wasn't doing it as a marketing strategy.
Mm-hmm.
It is a marketing opportunity. It's a marketing channel. But I didn't build it for that. I built it for distribution of the principles. And I have people, I've got single moms in India who are sending me messages saying, oh, you saved my life here. This was an answer to prayers. And I'm like, you make $30 a month. You cannot afford me. But here I am in her face, giving her the principles that will immediately impact her life. Now, that is real value for people. Yeah. So now if we switch gears and we look at this as a marketing channel, which it is, because marketing is getting in front of people, right? It's finding your tribe. It's and so now with an audience of almost 200,000 subscribers, and Amy, we're getting 20,000 views every day.
That's amazing.
And
so well deserved. I love that for you. That's awesome.
Well, and that like I said, that created a problem for me.
Uh-huh.
Because what am I going to do to serve these people who want more of what they're sampling on YouTube? And when I say sampling, I'm giving full on value through my videos, but they want more. They want to talk to me, or they want to talk to one of my coaches. I've had to create a whole new coaching service where I'm training and certifying coaches to deliver some of this service to people. And I'm still doing a lot of it personally. But when you look at this as a marketing channel for a coaching business, what we've done is created enough buzz and desire for the service that now we have to actually build the coaching services to fulfill the need. So it really is. And we're not even really creating the need. We're just exposing the need because all of these people were out there needing our services to begin with.
Yes, I agree with that. So one of the things, I've got a good friend, John Rogers, we've interviewed him on the channel before as well. And one of the things that he says is that your YouTube content needs to be like second or third date material. That a lot of times when people are wanting to use their channel as a marketing opportunity, they go on and they use the same first date pickup line every single time. And they're not going deep into here's what people really want, here's what they really are interested in, and being engaging with their content. You do have to be willing to use it as a distribution channel to spread the message. But sometimes I think people are worried about that because they feel like it will negate the need for them. Like if I tell you all of these free things on my channel, why are you going to want to work with me? So what would you say to those coaches who are worried about that?
It's a false fear.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think it's based in a scarcity mindset. See, if we think about our service to people, which can liberate them, which can enhance their life. See, it's about them. It's not about us. And if we think about that as a scarce commodity, well, we don't want to give away too much, right? I tell you, to do daily YouTube videos for the first 2 years of my channel, I did daily videos, meaning 5 times a week. Okay. I had to share everything I know.
Yeah, because it's so much content. I agree.
That's a lot of content. Now I'm down to 3 days a week now. But what I've found, Amy, is that when you give generously, when you really put your heart out there to serve people in ways that they need, it creates more desire for that, not less.
Yeah.
Now, do I have some people who say, hey, I can get all this on YouTube, I don't need to hire you? Yes, I have a lot of those. I probably have a couple of 100,000 of those. But here's the thing, because I'm out there and because I'm providing that value, I also have people who call me up and they say, this happened last week, Dr. Paul, I will drive to Utah. But he lives in your state.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I will drive to Utah, Dr. Paul, to talk to you. I'll pay you whatever it takes. And I do most of my coaching on Zoom anyway.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't have to drive. Let's set it up. And he hired me. And I've got another family that said, look, we need you to talk to us and our teenage boys.
Mm-hmm.
Please. I don't care what it costs. Tell me what it's going to cost to get into. So we're talking like high level coaching.
Yeah.
And I have just a handful of VIP clients that pay me these crazy amounts to have me sit in their living room. I mean, that's the thing. You can, because of the spread, because of the exposure, now the people who really, really want you know that you're there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, and I think, there's so many components of this that one of the hard parts with online marketing in general is how do we create the relationship? And YouTube is great at creating the relationship because they're hearing from you in a really organic way where, on video, although my kids do tell me that I have a video voice and a regular voice. They're like, that's your YouTube voice.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I found out that my 7-year-old has been going through all my videos and disliking them because he says they're boring. I was like, Walker, do not do that. So,
hey,
anyway.
It's engagement.
Yeah, it is engagement, not the kind I wanted, but that's okay. But anyway,
about that, Amy.
Mm-hmm.
You said it's good for building a relationship.
Yeah.
The thing about YouTube is that it's intimate.
Yes.
Okay? When I said I have 20,000 views a day, you can picture yourself in this big stadium with 20,000 people. And sometimes I think about that and it's like, wow, that's incredible. But that's not what it is. It's not a stadium. It's usually a handheld device.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in their face. It's just me and them.
Yeah.
And that's why if I get on a live call with them, they're like, I can't believe this. You're talking back to me. I get to talk to you. And they're kind of starstruck because you get this little celebrity thing.
Yeah.
That happens when you're consistently on YouTube and they feel like they know you.
Yeah. And it's even different than, because, I've been blogging for a long time and you've got your podcast. And so we both have other channels as well where we disseminate information, but this one is more personal because they get to see you, they get to see your expression. It just is a lot more engaging.
Right.
So I know we're just about out of time, but the last question I want to ask is I want to address it's a slow build in the beginning and then it gets really powerful. So in the beginning, you're not going to be getting a bunch of clients and a bunch of sales and a bunch of views. You're going to be kind of fighting your way through. Why do you feel like it's worth it? And what would you say to coaches who are not sure they have the stamina for those early years?
It comes down to how the platform works. And I had the advantage of working with Nate Woodbury, who is he's a magician on YouTube. Okay. He knows his stuff. And he told me, Dr. Paul, here's the deal. You've got to do this every day for 4 months and you're not going to see anything. And I'm like, huh? And it's a little discouraging when you put so much work into a video and you look at it and it's got like 20 views and half of those are you and the other half is your family, right? I mean, it can be kind of discouraging. But what he said was, this is because there are so many videos that are flooding the market and the space of YouTube. Everybody's putting up videos. I don't know what the statistics are, Amy, but it's a crazy number of videos that are going up there. Well, who's going to see these videos? YouTube has algorithms that they've set up to see if you're serious about this. If you're a content creator that can bring them ad revenue, that's all they want to know.
Yeah.
Are you a content creator that can bring them ad revenue? When you have that kind of staying power, they take you seriously and they begin to recommend your videos to other viewers. When you're watching YouTube and it says, hey, you might also like,
right,
throws up these suggestions. that happened almost 4 months to the day
That's awesome.
on my channel. And we got this spike. So instead of 20 views, we get like 2,000 views on this. And I'm like, whoa, what just happened? But that's how the algorithms work. And is the consistency tells YouTube that you are an asset to their agenda, which is to generate ad revenue.
Yeah.
So
One of
that's
the
what
things
it comes
I
down
like
to.
about YouTube is that they treat their content creators like partners. And
Right.
I like that it's a collaboration between the two of us, that they're the most powerful search engine out there. And they want us to be the people who are driving people to watch and engage and stay. So awesome. Well, Dr. Paul, I so appreciate you being on. Do you want to mention your channel, and then we can link it in the description as well, so that people can go and check you out and follow you and join the Live on Purpose crowd.
Our Live on Purpose family. We're having some fun there. It's Live on Purpose TV. So if you go to YouTube and just search for Live on Purpose TV, you'll find us, or do youtube.com/Live on Purpose TV. That'll take you right there.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on. It's always wonderful to talk to you and get updates on how everything's going for you. So if you are watching and you're new to this channel, I would love for you to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can get notified when we release new content and help you in your journey of growing your business. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your